Hello, this is Kytka, and in this video I'm going to walk you through creating a mock-up for your book cover. So the first thing you're going to want to do is open your Microsoft PowerPoint, and as soon as you get in, you're going to go up here to Design and click that. You're going to select Page Setup, and you're going to input the size of your book. My book is 6 inches wide by 9 inches high. So I select that in this space and I click OK. And as you can see now, we have a shape the size of our book. Now in the center box, you just click and you put in the title of your book. And in my case, I want this to be very big and bold. So I'm going to go back here to Home. And here where you can see this is where you increase the font size. So I'm going to keep clicking that until I get the font size that I like. And I'm going to make that bold. And I'm going to select the font I actually want to work with. There's a drop-down menu here and you can select any font that you like. I have one that I'm already working with, so I'm going to go ahead and select that one. And now once it changes, you might want to select it again. Now, this is a box that we don't need, so I'm going to move that and just right-click my mouse and click Cut, and that's gone. Now, if you'll notice, I have this particular font creates a very large space in between the two words. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on it, right-click onto the border, select Copy, and then over here I'm going to click Paste. So now what I have actually is 2 copies of this. In the original one, I'm going to take it from the K down, and I'm going to delete that. And then in this one, I'm going to take it from the P up and delete that. So I've actually created 2 separate files or text areas with the font. I think we can go up one more. So I'm going to select that and drag and position it where I would like that. Going to select to push that into the middle, and then I'm going to do the same with the part of my bottom text because I think that this fills up the space a little bit better. Now up here I think I'm going to want to insert some sort of design, so I'm going to select Insert Shapes, and they have this little one here where you can just put in a line. So I'm going to select that shape and bring it down a little bit. I'm going to double click onto it, select Shape Outline. I want that to be black. And then once again, I want it to be a little bit thicker. Now I'm going to right click on that, select Copy and Paste. And I actually have 2 of those now that I think makes a nice little separation point. Later you'll be able to even these up, move them around, etc., resize them. You do that by clicking and dragging the way that you just saw me do. Now I'm going to select Insert Text Box, and I'm going to just put that here and type in my text. In this case, I have a foreword, so I'm going to select Foreword by Expert Guru. Once again, I'm going to make that larger. I'm going to center it, and I think that I want that all uppercase, so you can select that. I'm going to drag this out to the end so it's nicely centered, and as soon as that appears the way I like, I'm going to just pull it up here and drop it right in there. I'm also going to copy that box and paste it once again and drag it down to the bottom where I'm going to put my name because I'm the author of this book. And I think actually to maintain the consistency of how it appears up top, I'm going to make this uppercase as well. Now there might be a subtitle to your book, so just again select Insert Text Box, put the text box where you want it to appear, and then type in the subtitle of your book. I'm going to highlight over that, select the center tool, and then make those bigger and select bold on that text. So now you see we have the makings of a cover. Now in this space here I'd like to add some art, some color, something that's going to pop out. So what I do is I go to fiverr.com and I type what I'm looking for into the search box. In this case I'm looking for some icons because I want it to have a social media type of a feel. So I click search and suddenly you'll see all of the providers will show up here in the center pane. Now I've done this before or previously to putting this together, so I'm just going to show you how it works. But I hired this fella. I selected this and I went down and I started to look at some of his samples, and I liked some of the work that he had displayed. So as I made a decision, I saw that it was 3 days to deliver, that he had a 99% rating, that he actually had 4 in the queue, and when you go down you can see a whole bunch of his comments and reviews here. And right here you can see he's had 136 positive reviews and only 1 negative review. So I went ahead and I clicked order now to purchase the gig. And what you can also do, sometimes now they have on the bottom here, get more. I actually selected extra fast, and so now my particular job for this was $10. On the back side, to show you how we communicated, as soon as I posted payment, I received from him, your payment was successfully collected. Seller will be paid when the order is complete. And then he wrote, thank you for buying my gig. Provide me with the images or concept to create your icons, the size you need. That he will create up to 5 icons, and that was it. So I wrote back, hello, I need 5 icons. The subject of each is branding, positioning, publishing, platform, and a speaker or expert. And then I included an image that had some type of the colors that I liked, which I uploaded right there. And these were the icons that I collected. So as soon as my order came in, I was notified and it said order complete, and then I'm able to leave feedback. So what I did was I put those files onto my desktop into a file that I created called book cover art. And what I'm going to do now is open that file. And you can see my 5 icons there. I'm going to mouse over all of them and select copy, and then go back into my PowerPoint, and I'm just going to paste those in. Now as you can see, the size is much too big, so I will double click on those and you get these options here for the height and the width. So I'm going to just slowly click until they look about the size that I want them. And as soon as I'm finished, I can begin to separate them and move them around the PowerPoint in any way I like. I initially, if I have more than one artwork, I start with the first one and I position it where I'd like it. I double click on it, and then there's a selection here that says align. I align center. And then that first one is actually centered, and I just build the others around it. And it's just click onto it and then just sort of drag and drop. Now as you can see, these are still a little bit too big to fit on my cover, but I'm going to position them anyway in the order I want them. And then I'm going to hold down the control key, highlight all of them again, and once again, excuse me, once again in the corner, I'm just going to shrink them down like this, or bring them back up. Click on the center one, once again align, and then just rearrange them in the order that you like. So you saw how quick and easy this was. This is a mock-up to send to a book cover designer. You can do one as well for the back side. You would do that by clicking here and just selecting New Slide. And then click on all of the options to arrange the way that you'd like your back's cover of your book to look. So when you're ready to send this, you click on the slide that you like. Up at the top you can select Save As. So I'm going to save this as a JPEG, that's a photo, on my desktop so I can easily locate it. I'm going to name it Book Cover Mockup. And right down here make sure that you select either a JPEG or a PNG file. I'm going to save it as a JPEG. Click Save. And you'll have one more prompt here. It's going to ask you if you'd like to save every slide in this presentation or just the current slide. We're going to save the current slide only. So now if we look at our desktop, here we have our book cover mockup. I'm going to open that in Microsoft Picture Manager. And there it is, the cover of our book to send on to the cover designer. I hope that this helped you in designing your book cover, and I'll see you in the next video.